Let's meet the starting lineup for Orlando. The big man, 6 feet 10 inches, number 34, Wendell Carter. At point guard, standing 6'5", number 4, Jalen Suggs. Starting at the other guard, at 6'6" number 3, Desmond Bain. At small forward, 6 feet 10 inches, number 22, Franz Wagner. The other forward, 6 feet 10 inches, number 5, your head coach is John Mosley. Ladies and gentlemen, your Orlando Stars.
Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. They've got Josh Giddey. Vucevic is out there with Buzelis. Then it's Isaac Okoro. And it's Jones in at the point guard position for the Magic. Down low, it's Banchero and Carter. The guard pair form will be Suggs and Bain. And it's Wagner in at the 3, the small forward. And this early in the season break, we still have a lot to learn about these teams.
And they're still learning about themselves, right? The coaches are working on rotations and game plans. The players are trying to establish the chemistry that a winning team needs.
Now here's Giddey. 6 to shoot. Up and in on the layup.
Well, Giddey loves to finish strong inside, and he knows how to take advantage of his size.
Now Wagner. Pass to Banchero. Outside, Suggs. Shoots over Vucevic. And it's Suggs missing. Chicago with the ball. Okoro kicks to Jones. And here's Vucevic. A three-pointer off the mark.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And you watch Paolo Banchero. GA offensively, he is a load to deal with.
Yeah, he can cross you up, hit you with the spin move, score over either shoulder. This young man is a force. And as we see Suggs develop his game, you'll see more of this. Jalen with the ability to operate off ball.
Now here's Giddey for the 3, and it's Vucevic. That time on the assist from Giddey.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Here's Banchero. His last outing, he had 24 points. Makes it off the glass.
Excellent work in the screen and roll. Banchero solid at knowing when to shoot in those sets.
Vucevic is screen on Bain. Stolen by Carter. And now Orlando on the break. Banchero outside. This one for 3. It's all in by the Bulls.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Jones kicks to Vucevic. Offline with his 3. For the Orlando Magic, they come in off a good outing against Miami.
Yeah, and that one, they just locked it down defensively. Challenged shots and really protected the rim.
They were very disciplined on that end of the floor, staying attached to shooters and disrupting plays with their active hands.
The Magic have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Ben Carroll looking around.
Making good use of his length. Buzelis able to track down the block that time.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
I'm told now by our producer, do we have him, guys? Okay, we do. We have a call coming in from Shams Charania. Shams, thanks for joining us. What do you have?
Well, there was a bit of uncertainty over the summer about whether the Bulls would stick with Billy Donovan or not. He also received some interest from the Knicks, but that was cleared up when the organization chose to extend him on a multi-year deal. It cements his role with the team as they continue to build. Guys, the Bulls have committed to Billy Donovan for the long haul.
He knows his stuff. Hey, Shams, thank you very much. Wagner with it, now guarded by Vucevic. Bain, no good. Chicago's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. Here's Giddey, and there's a nice one-handed slam.
And if he sniffs the rim, he's attacking. Giddey not messing around when he gets in close like that.
Pass to Bain. Now, here's Ben Carroll. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
Used the pick to perfection and got all the way to the rim.
And it's Giddey with the ball for the Bulls. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Orlando this season.
And they lost the season series against the squad last year, so trying to bounce back here tonight.
Okoro wide open. He fires. Off target from outside. Ben Carroll left side. It's deflected. And now here comes Jones leading the break. And the layup falls.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Yeah, that's nice execution, running with purpose and creating an easy scoring opportunity off the break.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Bulls lead by 2. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And taking a look at Chicago's performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchup defensively.
Making it as difficult as possible for the offense to find clean looks. Great stuff.
Anthony Black is out there with Franz Wagner. Then it's Batazzi. Then there's Jonathan Isaac. And it's De Silva in at the small forward position. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Magic. Pass to Smith. 5 on the clock. Stolen away. To the paint. Isaac down low. Working on Williams. Got that one from Isaac.
And one area Isaac must continue to improve upon. Has the size to dominate inside. Now just needs to add the muscle.
Now let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Thanks, guys. The Chicago Bulls retiring the jersey of hometown hero and former league MVP Derrick Rose. His coach with the Bulls, Tom Thibodeau, said, "The true measure of a man is how he handles adversity, and nobody did it better. He always found a way to rise above, and there's no question in my mind he is a Hall of Fame player." Back to you.
Okay, thank you, Allie. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Wagner. And there are the Magic with another bucket.
And after that ragged first quarter, they're getting some momentum, some confidence. Nice flow.
And Billy Donovan wants a timeout. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. Baines checked in for Orlando. Suggs comes in for Black. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Buzelis is checked in for Patrick Williams. Okoro comes in for Dosunmu. Josh Giddey's checked in for Kevin Huerter. And Jones subbed in for Javon Carter. And Chicago has possession. No points yet here in the second quarter for them. Giddey against Bain. Clock at 6. Top of the key. three, no good.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
To the middle, here's Isaac. Great pass to set up the lay-in. And now a 6-point Orlando lead. So you think about game preparation for an opponent. Richard, how different is that in the regular season versus the playoffs?
Oh, there's a significant difference. Not as much time in the regular season. You could be coming off 4 games in 5 nights. But in the playoffs, there is so much detail position by position.
And here's Jones. 12 points his last outing. In the corner, Okoro with it. Some nice ball movement here by Chicago to end the cold streak. And again, no good by Chicago.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
In a major drought, you need to find some sort of momentum.
Isaac finds Batase. Now, here's Bain. Giddy defending. And it's Suggs missing. And Batase throws it down.
When he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for them.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
Yeah, you can feel Coach smiling on the sidelines with every offensive board.
And Billy Donovan wants a timeout. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. So for the Magic, Robinson's checked in for Goga Bitadze. Banchero comes in for Isaac, and it's Anthony Black in for Wagner. And Chicago also making a switch. Vucevic checked in for Smith. .125 left in the first half of basketball. Pass to Giddey. Vucevic up top, guarded by Robinson. And it's Vucevic missing. On offense, here are the Magic. A 12-0 run right now and counting. In this Magic team, Greg, hangs its hat on size, on switchability, and toughness.
Yeah, they contest everything and play with real discipline. For a young group, that is uncommon, and it's a big reason they've taken the lead.
And it's Desmond Bain with the foul.
First team foul.
That's his first foul.
In the lineup,
Orlando making some changes. Carter comes in for Robinson. And Wagner subbed in for Black. Up top, Giddey. Pass to Vucevic. And Vucevic throws it down.
Powering it home. He ends a 12-0 run by Orlando.
Outside, Bain. Suggs with a screen for Bain. Here's Banchero. It's rebounded by Giddey.
They say it's a make or miss league, and there's sometimes that you miss.
Now here's Jones. Inside, it's stolen by Carter. And now Banchero pushing it up, and no one back to stop him.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
We know mistakes lead to breaks. That's just textbook right there.
And so it's the Orlando Magic going into the break with a 10-point lead. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
And it's time for your fan half-court shot. Please direct your attention to center court. Drum roll. They're thinking about the shot. Nice try. Give it up for the participants.
Good to see you and welcome. A lopsided game through 2 quarters and a big deficit for the Chicago Bulls.
If you're shooting under 30% from 3, try to find another way to score. Man, this is crazy, Shaq.
Yeah, being one-dimensional, they're making it too easy on the defense.
Now let's take a moment here for a look at the upcoming schedule.
You know, for Orlando, great start to the year. They came in prepared both mentally and with the game plan.
Yeah, winning the first 2 games of the season would give them a huge confidence boost. And that'll do it for halftime. We send you back to Kevin Harlan, who has the second half call.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. And Orlando has possession. 10-point lead. This is their biggest. Atlanta will be traveling to face them after this. And on the floor for Billy Donovan as we get into the second half. Josh Giddey is out there with Trey Jones. Then it's Okoro. And it's Vucevic. And it's Buzelis in at the 4. Jones with the screen on Banchero. Pass to Okoro. And here's Jones. Here's the 3. A shot, no good.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And stolen by Giddey. Now here's Okoro, guarded by Bane. To the inside. Outside, Jones. 5 to shoot. Puts up a 3. Trains the 3-pointer. Jones has got 5.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
Greg, we have another up-and-comer from down under, Josh Giddey.
I mean, a lot of young talent coming to the NBA by way of Australia. A great skill development program showing in Giddey to stand 6'8", but plays like a small point guard.
Pass to Vucevic. Here's Jones, fires for 3. Franz Wagner grabs the miss. Here's Suggs, and Suggs throws it down.
Get up, Jalen Suggs. This guy also a terrific football player in high school.
Vucevic a screen on Bane. Good on that shot, and with that, the Magic lead is cut down to just 12 points with the basket from Vucevic. Wagner passes to Carter. Carter sets the pick for Bane. And there's the call on Jones.
Jones.
That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Suggs. He's got 5. Carter with a screen on Jones. 4 on the shot clock. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Carter's got the lead up to 14 now for Orlando. Pass to Giddey. Takes the 3. The shot by Buzelis, no good.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Now, here's Suggs. And here is Bane. Carter with a screen on Giddey.
2 minutes remaining.
Bane for 3. Chicago grabs the miss.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Second chance shot. Again, the Magic score.
Oh, good to see that Banchero has options if he can't penetrate. Your game has to be multifaceted in the league.
And Billy Donovan wants a timeout. Coach is going to talk some things over. Anthony Black checked in for Jalen Suggs. And the Bulls making a change also. Ayo Dosunmu is checked in for Josh Giddey. There's 1:47 left in the third quarter of the game. And Greg, the Bulls have said they're leaning towards building with depth, saying that star teams are more vulnerable to injury.
Well, they don't yet have a bona fide big-time star on this roster, so if you ask me, that might be a case of sour grapes.
And there's the call on Jones.
Jay Jones.
That's foul number 2 for him. Bulls making a switch here. Williams has checked in.
Now into the lineup for the Bulls. Number 44, Patrick Williams.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Master Black jacks up a 3. That's good, and it's Van Carroll with the assist. Black's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Paolo Banchero has the Seattle skyline tattooed on his shoulder, and he says guys from there naturally have a chip on our shoulder because we feel like we're not seen as much as some of the other places around the country. Being born and raised, my mom and dad from there, it's in my blood, guys.
A lot of pride in his hometown. Thanks a lot, Allie. And the basket is good. Wagner's got 6.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Bounce pass from Vucevic. Pick by Vucevic. Shot clock at 6. On the wing, Williams. Looking to end the run. Orlando grabs the miss. Carter's got 6 rebounds in the game.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
They've had great execution, and what stays out is that they're just taking what the defense gives them, not forcing anything.
And so it's the Orlando Magic in very good shape with a 23-point lead at the end of the quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. And we'll be right back after this. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
And for the defense, it's so tough to guard a big man with that kind of court vision and dime dropping ability.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. The guard pair form will be Suggs and Bain. Isaac out there with Anthony Black. And it's Bitadze in at the 5. That's who's out there for Orlando. Isaac outside. Back to Suggs. And Suggs throws it down.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
A point guard getting up like that, boy, that is special.
Here's Giddey. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on Jalen Suggs.
And he just kept working. Giddey felt the whistle coming and able to finish the play.
Taking 2 shots.
That free throw good from Giddey. Well, Josh Giddey provides a floor general's mentality, RJ, in a 6'8" frame.
Yeah, he sees the floor extremely well and prides himself on his ability to create easy looks for his teammates, especially in transition.
And both free throws good for Giddey. And for such a young team, Greg, pretty impressive how well the Magic defend.
And that's their identity. They are elite at that end of the floor, and they force turnovers at a really high clip.
Now one near Suggs as he lets it go. A three-pointer, no good. Bulls trail by 20. Osumu finds Giddey. And as the NBA gets more involved in global basketball, Richard, you and I were just talking about this. Commissioner Silver wondering about shortening games to 40 minutes. What are your thoughts?
Well, in the game of 2K, I think the sweet spot is about a 5-minute quarter. But in real life, if you change 48 minutes, there will be a win.
And Isaac, he just makes dunking look easy. It has an incredible reach and quickly gets up off the floor to throw that one down.
And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the for the Magic. Carter, he's checked in for Koga Bitadze. Paolo Banchero comes in for Jonathan Isaac. And it's Franz Wagner in for Anthony Black. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Vucevic checked in for Jalen Smith. Buzelis comes in for Patrick Williams. Okoro, he's checked in for Dosunmu. And Trey Jones subbed in for Kevin Huerter. And it's Vucevic in the corner. And so it looks like the Bulls will retain possession here.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
Yeah, I think he was hoping to maybe even get the steal, but I agree. He still got a good outcome.
Outside, Jones. Pass to Giddey.
And just a disciplined defender. Carter Jr. uses his instincts to make his opponent uncomfortable.
Kicks it out to Wagner. No good on the three. Chicago has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Giddey the pass to Vucevic. Here's Jones. Pass to Okoro. And again, Chicago. No good. Wagner looking it over. Outside, Suggs. And here's Banchero. Outside, Payne. From outside, off the mark.
And, you know, he's a threat from deep, no doubt about it, but it just has not been there for him tonight. You might want to change your game plan a little bit.
2 minutes in the game. 2 minutes.
Carter with the screen. Wagner passes to Carter. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Carter.
That pass wandered off target. Can't lose focus on the little bitty things.
So a new group on the floor for Orlando. There's 1:54 left to play here in the fourth. Smith outside. Here's Huerter. Orlando grabs the miss. Jones with it. Down low. Orlando moving the ball around. Richardson, good.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Orlando.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year. And as one might have guessed coming into this game, it was indeed another big game tonight for Paolo Banchero.
And let's just say this, the name of the game is scoring, and yes, he provided that tonight. You're welcome.
4 on the clock, and the turnover again by Orlando. Howard's checked in for the Magic. Here's Jones. 44 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Giddey. Jones against Jones. Giddey surveying the D. Vucevic laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Doing exactly what you expect. Vooch setting a solid screen that gets things going.
And it's the Magic's ball. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth quarter. Jones kicks to Black. Back to Jones. Pass to De Silva. Now here's Jones. The three. And the Magic another three.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
And it felt like they just flipped the switch to go on that run and seal the game, saving their best basketball for the end. That is smart.
And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. Along with Greg Anthony, Richard Jefferson, and Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you so much for watching tonight's presentation. And as we leave you, let's take a look at our player of the game, Paolo Banchero.